morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is periodic task schedule. Task schedule, right? Okay. Now, what is periodic task scheduling? Means it refers to the scheduling of a periodic task according to the given parameters. Means the parameters have been provided to us, and we have to schedule, periodic task on the basis of the parameters which is being provided to us. So you can write this. How you can write this? This is periodic task scheduling refers to the scheduling of periodic tasks according to the given parameters, right? So as the name itself implies, something which is being related to periods being something which is related to time, and in this the parameter is already been given to us, provided to us, right? Now, second point that we need to understand in this is it describes the real-time applications that are executed at regular or semi-regular time intervals. Means it describes the real-time applications that are executed at a regular interval of time. Means it is time bounded, right? And that's not a random way, in a very periodic way, right? So you can write it. It describes the real-time applications that are executed at, say, regular or semi-regular time interval, right? So one thing that you need to understand in a better way, that it is executed at regular or semi-regular, but it has to be regular, either fully regular or half regular time interval, right? So this is more important, that it is executed always at a regular or semi-regular, but not random time intervals, right? Now let's take the third point. It is used for hard real-time systems. Where it is used? It is used for the hard real-time system, right? So we know that something hard real-time and soft real-time concept is very clear to you. We have already discussed so many times that hard real-time system is a system which always meets the deadline, whereas soft real-time systems are the systems which can go nearby deadlines. I mean, it can execute after deadlines also, right? So when we are talking about the periodic scheduling, periodic scheduling or periodic task scheduling, that means that we are talking about meeting the time constant. We are talking about the regular interval of times, means it is related to times and it should be completed within the time. So it is used for the hard real-time system. This is really important, and you need to understand it, that it is used for which type of system? It is used for hard real-time system, right? Now next, you can say that the decision is made for in real-time systems. Further you can elaborate it, in which the decision is made at a specific time and independent event. Like whatever task has been allocated to us, that has to be finished off within a specific time, that we have already discussed, right? So that's what it is all about. Now next point is what type of approach, the second thing that is being used when we are talking about the periodic time. That means we are talking about what we are talking about. When we are talking about the periodic time, that means we are talking about real time, something which is related to time. So now again we are going to move forward. We have already discussed. So what type of approach we are going to use it? In periodic task scheduling, we are going to discuss what type of approach. See, when we are talking about periods, that means we are talking about time. When we are talking about time, that means we are talking about the real-time system. And when we are talking about the real system, what type of approach that can be used for it? You know, these are all related with each other. So what type of approach we are going to use for it? We are going to use clock-driven approaches used. Which type of approach? You can say that the clock-driven approach is used, right? Now the clock driven approach is computed offline. We know that the clock driven approaches are used offline. So again, the second point that comes into existence is that you can write it that the clock driven approaches, the clock driven approach is computed offline, right? And used deterministic approach, right? So this is clear. Now the periodic task typically arises from censoring data. You know what type of periodic task typically, which is where it is used. It is used for censoring the data, low level computation, control loop action planning, system monitoring application. These are the various types of applications which is executed at specific rate. So you can give an example of it. You can say that the periodic task, right, typically arises from censoring data. You can say censoring data, say low level computation means something related to mathematical calculations. Then we can say control loop, right? And then you can say action planning, right? Then what else it could be? It could be system monitoring application, any system which is monitoring any application, system monitoring application. So these are the various ways where the periodic task scheduling is being used, right? This is clear. So if we have to provide a nutshell of this, see, if we have to provide a nutshell of this, then see, there are few points. When we are talking about periodic task, means what it means? It is real-time application, real RTS, that is real-time. We are talking about real-time application. When we are talking about the real-time application, since it is related to periodic, that means time interval or semi time interval is required. When we are talking about the time interval, it could be, you know, periodic or semi-periodic, but it has to be periodic, right? Now from periodic and semi-periodic, what that this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. What is the fifth thing that clicks into your mind when we are talking about the periodic and semi-periodic? That means it must be using some approach, and since it is related to time, so what type of approach we are going to use it? Clock driven approach, right? When clock driven approach always work offline, right? And all this, it is used in the hard, since it is related to time, so hard time application or hard time real time system. Hard, you see, hard real time system. So these are the various steps that we have to understand in the periodic task. Now let's take an example. If we have to take an example of it, when a control application consists a number of periodic tasks with the given parameters, the operating system schedules every task within the time interval or complete at a given deadline. So what could be an application? So what could be example? You can say that any control system that consists of periodic tasks, right? When we are talking about the periodic tasks, that means the parameters are given to us. When the parameter, and who is the one, which is that system that schedule it? It's an operating system that schedule it. Okay, within the time interval or complete at a given time interval. So you can say that either you want to understand it like that only, or you want to write it as a point. You can also write it as a point that when a control application consists number of periodic tasks with the given parameter, the operating system, OS stands for operating system, OS schedule every task within time interval. That's why we call it a hard time. It is used for hard time real systems. That means it finishes the task within the time interval, right, and completed at given deadline, right? So this is what we have to understand, that when the control applications is, whenever we are talking about the control applications, means the periodic tasks are involved. Whenever the periodic tasks involved, that means the parameter is already been provided to us, and the operating system, so whatever system has been scheduling this task, it schedule it within the time or complete it at the given timeline, deadline, whatever deadline is being provided to finish that task, right? Now the next point that you need to understand is that in the periodic task scheduling approach uses a clock driven, we know that, and clock driven approach is used when the system is deterministic, right? So this again the second point that comes into existence, that system is going to be deterministic, right? And for a clock driven scheduling, we use some assumption as the periodic task. So we have to find out what are the definitions of the periodic clock driven scheduling. Now we'll understand the definition of clock driven scheduling. This is another point, mark it as 5. So we are going to understand the definition of clock driven scheduling, right? Now we'll understand the definition of clock driven scheduling. First point that we need to understand in the clock driven scheduling is that the task should be periodic except few aperiodic or sporadic tasks. The main task has to be periodic only, since we are talking about the clock driven scheduling. So you can write it, the task should be periodic, excluding, or you can say except for few aperiodic and sporadic tasks. See, certain aperiodic or sporadic tasks are allowed, but the main system or the main task needs to be periodic only when we are talking about the clock driven scheduling, right? This is clear. Now second point, all the parameters related to periodic tasks are priorly known and fixed, right? So we know whenever we are talking about the clock driven scheduling, first, or the periodic task scheduling, the first thing the first compulsion that is there is that the parameter is already provided to us, it's priorly known to us, it is fixed, you cannot alter the parameter, it is already provided at starting. So that's what it is written. Whenever the clock driven scheduling is there, then all the parameters which is related to that very particular periodic task are priorly known and fixed. This is important. Are prior known and fixed. What parameters? Parameters are already known and they are fixed. Whenever we are talking about clock driven scheduling, right? Now, each job, suppose certain job, each job, say JIK of task, say let the task be TI, is released at time, not a certain time of say R1K in X in fixed time interval. See, the time interval is fixed time interval for the execution, right? So time interval is fixed, that's what, and the notations has been given. The like job has been denoted by IK, then task is denoted by TI, and then X is the fixed time interval for the execution. Right? These are the various notations. Now the periodic task scheduling is done by offline. We know the periodic task scheduling is done offline. We have already discussed it, that whenever we are talking about periodic task scheduling, that means it's a clock driven. When it is clock driven, it is deterministic. Parameter is already provided, parameter is already provided, that means it works always offline. So that's what we are giving the definitions out here. Now the decisions are made at a specific time instant. Whatever decision has to be taken in the clock driven scheduling, it is always made at a specific time instant. Since we are talking about the period, since we are talking about the clock, so whatever decision is made, it will always be made at a specific time instant. So you can write it down. The decisions are made at a specific time instant. So don't forget, it is all decisions always made with a specific time instant, right? Now that's all for today. Now we'll proceed further in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.